What's up, YouTube? It's Lucid Garage. Today we're about to get into the DIY N54 Single Turbo Build. So I'm about to show y'all step by step on what I did on mines and what parts you should buy, or you can really source your own parts, whatever parts you want to buy, and where to put them, block offs if you're running oil cool only turbo. I'm just show y'all like all the basics for the build. So let's get into it. All right. First and foremost, I'm gonna show y'all step by step on how I did my DIY build. You can do yours your own. So this DIY would be an oil cooled only turbo setup, which is what I'm running. So I'm gonna show y'all what I did and how to run an oil cooled only turbo. So first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bags from the exhaust intake ports. All right, remove those. So what I got going is right here. This is the exhaust side of the block. I haven't removed the stock inlet right there yet, but on this side, this is the exhaust side. So right here, right there, you have that's your oil feed. That's the type of oil feed adapter I decided to go with, and it's pretty good, whatever. And this is the oil line right here. I can't remember how long it is. I have to measure the oil line, see how long it is to hit the top of the turbo, because you don't want one that's too long, you don't want one that's too short. So this should be fine. I'll put in the description what size and everything that I had bought. So that's the oil feed line. So that's step one. Step two right here. If you're running coolant, this isn't for you. This is an oil cooled only setup. So right here, that's the coolant block off port right there on the side of the block. And you have another coolant block off back here. If you can see it right there, that's your other coolant block off. And then you're gonna need the rear drain block off, which I went with Vargas drain block off, and I sourced these from ECS Tuning. Now I got that from Vargas, but I got the coolant block offs from ECS Tuning because it was cheaper, but they'll do the job. But that's pretty much as simple as it gets when it comes to, you know, coolant and drain and all that. Also, the drain's right here, right there. It's like an OEM style drain. You can see right there. It's like an OEM style. I went with that style, but Vargas has their own style, but I like this style better because it's like an OEM fit. It's pretty much OEM. It just has a 10AN bung welded onto it or whatnot. But that's pretty much it for the exhaust side. And I decided to upgrade my power steering pulley to aluminum just because I won't have to worry about the plastic stuff. And behind my harmonic balancer, I have the crank shield guard, whatever you want to call it. I have that back there. And I've replaced the pulleys and everything, so I won't have to bump into any problems. But here's my manifold that I decided to go with. All right, boom, we got the manifold on. This is how she's looking on there. Fitment's perfect. Also, if you do run this type of manifold, you are gonna have to get low profile copper nuts. Not these. These are OEM. You're gonna have to get the low profile ones because I have one holding up right now. So if you want here, you see like down here, stuff like that. Some of the bolts won't fit. The studs, they stick out too far, and it won't be able to fit the nut. So you're gonna have to get low profile copper nuts. Not bad. So Also, if you're wondering if you have to drop your subframe to do this job, you do not have to drop your subframe to do this job. What I did is I just removed the motor mount right there, and I have a block and a jack just holding it under the oil pan, and it's fine just like that. You don't have to drop the subframe, do all that extra work and none of that. Everything is right here. It's accessible. It's pretty easy to get to. I'll remove both turbos doing that. You can remove, or if you do even a twin setup, you don't have to remove the subframe. But I decided to do it like this, just remove the whole front end apart, just to make it easier and just refresh everything pretty much. But this is how the manifold sits on there. Pretty nice. Nice fit, man. Looks good on there. And yeah, this is part 1 of the DIY single turbo build. Whenever all my other parts come through, I'm going to do a part 2 on I'm going to show y'all how to, whenever my wastegate gets here, when my turbo gets here, my max solenoid gets here, I'm going to show y'all how to route your, plumb your wastegates, and how to route your wastegate and your boost lines and all that stuff, and show y'all how to route your vacuum for your brake booster, since the brake booster would run off your solenoids over here off vacuum. So I'm gonna show you how to do that as well. Stay tuned, and have some more content on the way on the DIY single turbo build, budget build. And yeah, catch y'all next time.